Y'all keep sleeping on the LA Clippers. This is the only team in the Western Conference that gets no media attention, despite the fact that they are a game out of third place. This is a team with all the ingredients needed to make a deep playoff run. They've got a pure point guard with James Harden that can also really score it. Norman Powell, a score-first shooting guard. Kawhi Leonard, who at his peak is one of the best players in the game if he can stay healthy. I imagine he will cement himself as a top 5 player once again. You've got a plethora of wings. Zubac down low is a stud. This is a team with all the tools, with all the ingredients, and they're sitting with 48 wins in the Western Conference, yet they get no attention. James Harden is still the guy for the Clippers. He's still the point guard. He's still the one that goes out and gets buckets, right? He put up 35 points last night on the Rockets, who granted they weren't playing their guys, but that's still the #1 defense in the league. 10 assists to go with that 35. It was a pretty efficient night for Harden. He was the most efficient on the team. 22.6 points a game on the year, 8.7 assists, 5.7 rebounds, and really it's been very quiet. Nobody in the media likes to talk about Harden or these Clippers, I guess because they're in the shadow of Luka and the Lakers and all that stuff that happened, but Harden's putting up a good year. Now, the efficiency hasn't been there at only 41% from the field, 35% from 3, but it's still been a very solid season, and working with Zubac, getting downhill, it all starts with the high ball screen in this offense. They like to split the post sometimes as well, but the typical Clippers possession will have at least one of these high ball screens, with Zubac setting the pick for Harden, and then Harden letting the play develop, finds Zubac right here for the slam down low. Now once again, high ball screen. This time Cam Whitmore goes under, and it's an easy 3 ball because you can't do that. You can either split this screen with Landale hedging, or Landale just plays way too far back. Cam Whitmore goes under, and it's an easy read, easy 3 ball for Harden. Stop and pop there in the mid-range, gets it to go. Once he gets you on your hip, you're pretty much gone. This is what I'm talking about by split the post. You have Zubac in the middle of the floor, run 2 guards off of him, ends up in a layup right there, and then he's still got that pull-up 3 ball that he's always had in the bag. Zubac and Harden is one of the best pick-and-roll duos in the league right now. Zubac is also a really, really good passer as well. Or I should say Ivica Zubac. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Y'all are on my head in the comments section in the last video. Went and watched a tutorial on how to say it and everything. But he put up 20, 10, and 11 in the last game, letting the play develop right here and then getting inside for the easy dunk. Off the pick and roll, he sees Derrick Jones Jr. cutting, and my goodness, that man can float. But Reed Shepherd is the tag guy in this pick and roll situation because he's on the weak side. Harden hits Zubac, and he just throws it up, and Derrick Jones Jr. throws it down about 5 seconds later. He's like the NBA equivalent of Ashton Hall. But Zubac on the year is averaging about 16.5 points a game, a little bit over, close to 17, 12.6 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 1.1 steals in about 32.5 minutes per game. And then watch the read once again right here. He's going to be the pick and roll guy. Landale's going to tag him. Bogdanovic is going to pop, and it's going to be an easy 3 ball. Zubac is huge for this team in the middle, not only as a bruiser down low, which is what he's known for, but also as a passer. And then you got Kawhi, who he looked very healthy in the last game, throwing down a few dunks like the one in transition, and then this one right here on about 3 different Rockets, causing complete carnage. He also hit the step back 3 late in the game. He had a decent game. He was a little bit inefficient, but over his last 10, he's proved he is still Kawhi. Over his last 10, he's averaging 26 points, 7.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and the Clippers are 9-1 during that stretch. And like I said, he looks like he is healthy for the first time in quite some time. Also over that stretch, he's shooting 55% from the field and 48% from 3 on 5.2 attempts per game. Same thing right here, getting up in transition. Now, I know he is 6'7", so it doesn't take the most in the world to dunk a basketball for a 6'7" guy with a 7'3" wingspan, but he got it to go. And he's still got the defensive prowess, and to go with that, they have about 4 wings that are very good 3-and-D wings to go with Kawhi, and then the guards, and of course Zubac down low, and then Bogdanovic is just a 3. He's not really much of a defender. Kawhi is still a 3-level scorer. We see the interior scoring, the mid-range is still there, death by the mini. That's been Kawhi for his entire career, and then recently the 3 ball has been developed, and that is something that is a huge part of his game, especially in the modern NBA. The form still looks a little bit wacky, but it is pure. And now, before we get on with the rest of the video, a word from our sponsor. Look at these results. People are making free money betting on sports, making thousands every month. The secret? They're using OddsJam. OddsJam isn't just another betting app. It's turning the entire system in your favor. Here's how. OddsJam uses a strategy called arbitrage. finding odds differences across sportsbooks. You bet both sides, and no matter the outcome, you will profit. Here's an example. If you put 500 on Boise State to win on FanDuel and 335 on their opponent San Francisco on DraftKings, you're guaranteed to make $50, win or lose. It's that simple. With the OddsJam mobile app, you'll get real-time alerts on these opportunities every day. People are making thousands monthly, and to get started, use code BYB for 35% off and a 7-day free trial. I guarantee you'll profit during the trial, and if you don't, cancel with one click, no questions asked. Don't leave money on the table. Go to oddsjam.com, use code BYB, and start making money the smart way. Now, another guy that played really well last night was Nick Batum, who I'm still mad at because he owes the Hornets like $90 million, but he was hooping last night. He hit 4 threes in just 8 minutes of action, scored 15 points, 3 rebounds. The per 36 numbers on that make him look like Wilt Chamberlain. And if he's shooting like this on this playoff run as a 6'8" wing with a 7-foot wingspan, I know he's like 100 years old, but if he can still defend at a decent level and he's shooting it this well, he could be a real asset. And then Derrick Jones Jr., who, like we talked about, has absolutely stupid bounce, averages 10.2 points a game this year, 3.4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal on 53% shooting from the field, 36% from 3 on about 3 attempts. He's 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan. So like I said, they have a ton of wings that can defend and can shoot. Amir Coffey is another guy here who averages close to 10 points a game, 2.4 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 24 minutes a game. Hopefully I said his name a little bit better this time. Him and Zubac, I was getting clowned on in the comment section below, calling me a casual for no reason. 47% shooting from the field, 41% from 3 on 5 attempts this year. He has been a great floor spacer for LA. Another one of those guys, kind of hidden gems that they kind of found, and he is being a huge plus to this squad. 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan. He can get it done from beyond the arc. He can also defend at a pretty high level. And then quick shout out here to Ben Simmons. If you want to see more about Ben Simmons, go check out the last Clippers video. Now, with that being said, if you've made it this far into the video, we're 7 minutes in. Obviously, like something, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As you can see, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. If that's you, go ahead and fix that. Also, go check out our betting channel. If you do like sports betting, we've got a new AI formula, and we're winning pretty big over there right now. Now, for the rest of the Clippers squad, they have Bogdan Bogdanovic, who they traded for at the deadline. He has been a fantastic ad. He was not playing well at all for the Hawks this year, but for the Clippers, he's averaging 12 points, 3.7 rebounds, 3.4 assists in 25 minutes a game, and he's played in 28 games. On top of that, he's shooting 49% from the field and 44% from 3 on 5 attempts. Very, very good stuff from Bogdanovic. He has been a huge lift to this Clippers team, kind of a mid-season addition. And then Chris Dunn, another guy here who is a great defender off the bench, just a winning player. We saw him kind of come back to life last year with the Utah Jazz. And then check out the IQ right here. He's going to cut into the paint. They're going to send 2 at Zubac, and he's just going to box out Reed Shepherd here, kind of outside the lane, get the pass, and an easy layup. And then another guy we got to talk about. I know I keep saying they got another guy, but this is a deep team. Norman Powell, a guy who didn't even play last night. On the year, he's averaging a mind-boggling 22 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 1.2 steals in 32 minutes per game. And on top of that, he's shooting 49% from the field and 42% from 3 on 7 attempts. Ridiculous splits for a guy that he was a role player last year. The only thing I can think of is his pure hatred for PG as to why he leveled up this season. Because last year, you look at the numbers, and those are good numbers for sure. He was pretty high up in the 6th Man of the Year voting, but they are nowhere near what they are this year. 49% shooting from the field, 44% from 3 last year. So a little bit decreased in terms of 3-point percentage, but still a really good season from Norman Powell. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button. We're looking for about 300 likes on today's video. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching.